Okay, number 8 for the chapter, number 1 for this section. Describe all the geometric shapes that you see in the quilt designs below. And this is, we're only doing part B. There's more than one part in this question. I see a right isosceles triangle just off the start. I see two of those actually in different sizes. Then I see an octagon. If you look at that polygon that is shaped as a zigzag going up, that is actually an octagon, and you can see where I've counted the number of sides in that. And those are the only two shapes of my choices that are listed. Next, for each of the figures below, determine whether it is a polygon or not a polygon. Remember that a polygon has line segments. All of those have line segments. Next is that it has to be a simple closed curve is a polygon. So they're all closed, but part B is not simple because it crosses itself. Then you have to determine whether it's a concave polygon or a convex. The star in part A is concave because those points going in are considered to be caving in, and in part C it's a convex. Now, the next example is I give you three vertices. You determine whether it's a kite, where the third vertice is for a kite. Definition of a kite is that adjacent sides are congruent. If we check the measurement of AB and BC, then we find that they are the same distance. Since A and C have the same Y value, they lie on the same horizontal line, and the X values are the same distance from each other. So B is at 10, A is at 7, so there's a three-dimensional X distance, and the same for C is it's 3 units from B, X units. So D, the point D has to be on the vertical line that goes through B. So that would be on the line X equals 10. It can actually be any point on that line, except for it cannot be Y equals 12 because it clearly cannot be the point 10, 12. And it cannot be on Y cannot equal 9 because then it would be a triangle, not a kite. And so we can rule those two out. So you just pick any one, and I picked 10. Just because I like the point 10, 10. Part B is for you to work. Part C, we're going to do. The coordinates of the endpoints of the hypotenuse of a right triangle are 6, 5, and 2, 1. Find the other vertex. Well, it's a right triangle, so that means that it has to be, think about AB as being the diagonal of a rectangle. The other two possibilities for the other two vertices of the rectangle are the intersection of the horizontal line Y equals 1 and the vertical line X equals 6, or the vertical line X equals 2 and the horizontal line Y equals 5. So that gives you that the points could either be 2, 5 or 6, 1. Part D, you get to work. Part E, we want a rectangle so that it is oriented so that the sides form vertical and horizontal lines. Two vertices are the rectangle are negative 4, negative 3, and 6, 5. The question is, do you have enough information to determine the other two vertices? Yes, you do. If you know that those are two vertices of the rectangle, again, that means that you can find vertical and horizontal lines that intersect. So X equals negative 4 has to intersect Y equals 5, and X equals 6 has to intersect Y equals negative 3. and that gives you the other 2 points, kind of the same way that we did the previous one. If you don't have enough information, you're supposed to pick an answer, but since we do have enough information, there's enough information to determine. And I am going to stop there, so that, and then I'm going to start writing in the next set of answers, so that we have those answers written in.